There you are. Come closer. Where have you been? I have been calling to you, calling and calling, and waiting for you. I am Queen Erish-ki-gal, and I rule the realm of the underworld. Have you forgotten me? You are my sister, Inanna. And while you ruled heaven and earth and fulfilled all your dreams, and were a great warrior and a poet, and made love to all your lovers, became the priestess of 7 holy temples, you promised me you would come for me, and you would let me see the light of day, but you forgot about me, and you left me down here in the dark, in the cold. My hair swirls like leeks, and I eat clay and drink dirty water, the food of the underworld. And I'm really pissed, because I've been wanting to be expressed. I am the part of you you've never allowed yourself to feel or to express those feelings. What is that for you? What feeling, what emotion, what expression have you denied yourself and put me down here in the dark, out of sight, out of mind? Or what is it you've wanted to say and don't allow yourself to say? You bite your tongue, you turn your cheek, you pretend it doesn't matter. You don't matter, your feelings don't matter, your words won't be heard, so you bury them down here. I am those words. What were your dreams? The thing you promised yourself you would do as a child, you still haven't done. I am that dream buried here because you're too busy, because I wouldn't make you enough money or profit, or wouldn't get approval from someone. So you buried me, but I here wait to be brought to life. I am Erish-ki-gal. I am Inanna's sister. We are 2 sides of the same coin. We are not 2 people, we are the same one. But one half of us lives in the light and is expressed because we're acceptable. We get approval. And the other half is me, Erish-ki-gal, queen of the underworld, buried, unseen, ashamed of, afraid of, judged by others, judging me, judging itself, so it can't be expressed. But there comes a time in your life where there's a call and you feel it and you're afraid of it, to do, to say, to feel the things you've denied yourself all your life because of your conditioning, because of fear, because of your strong need for approval. So this is the story of Queen Erish-ki-gal and Inanna when they meet in the underworld. So Inanna, when she comes to the first gate and she presents herself, Biddu comes to see me and says, my queen, there is a maid at the front gate, the first gate, and she is as tall with her crown as the sky is high, and her hips are as wide as the earth is wide. And she demands to see you. And I said, what? Inanna? She's finally come. And I slapped my thigh and bit my lip, and I said, huh? Well, it's about time. Bidu, lock all the gates and let her pass through each one slowly. Take from her something she identifies with that is no longer her. Take from her her may and anything that will keep her from finishing this journey to meet me, to see me, to bring me to life. So that when she comes through that seventh gate, Bidu, she is naked and humble and powerless and can finally see me. Yes, my queen, he said, and up he went. And I heard the clanging of the gates. It was very loud and echoed through the caverns of the underworld. And I heard each gate being opened, so I knew how close she was. Getting closer, getting closer. Still taking her sweet time. And when she came, and our eyes met for the first time, they say in the great poem that I fastened the eye of death on her. It was the death of the old self, though, not of the body. And when she saw me, whatever it is I represent, buried in her life, in your life, she saw a part of herself she had never allowed herself to see, reflected back. She saw in me a feeling she had never really allowed herself to have, to express spontaneously, to feel natural about. She heard in my voice, her own voice that she'd never allowed herself to say, to sing, to ask for what she wanted, to say no when she meant no and yes when she meant yes, for whatever it was, whatever it is for you. And this meeting of the eyes, of the minds, of the voice, to see the part of her unlived life, brought the Inanna, the judges, 7 of them around her. She was surrounded by the 7 judges. And she heard their judgments. Where have you been? What took you so long? How much time have you wasted? Think of all the ways your life would have been different had you expressed this. Why were you so afraid? Why didn't you get therapy sooner? Why this? Why that? Why not this? Why not that? And Inanna heard all of the judgments in her mind and the world about her. And then Inanna was so struck with the realization that is personal to each visitor here, to you, that she collapsed. Her old self died, her old rules dissolving, her old story just falling apart. She just collapsed, and I picked her up and put her on a peg, hung her from the wall. And there she hung, yes. Inanna, oh warrior priestess, woman of power in the upper world, just hung there. And she wriggled, but it hurt too much for every time she wriggled and tried to get her feet to touch the ground, stretch her legs to see if she could pull herself up, stand up, get away, like she always had before, but it was just a little too high. She couldn't quite reach the feet to the floor. She couldn't pull her own body up, a dead weight from that peg, and pull herself off and rescue herself. And finally, she learned it was much easier just to hang there. All travelers here realize this eventually. And it's not giving up. It's finding that place between the old you and the new you and just settling into it. In the old poem they wrote that Inanna was hung on the hook like a piece of meat rotting. And this is so beautiful. It is a transfiguration. And transfiguration is sudden and it's complete. And your heart is rewired, and your mind and your whole nervous system is rewired. It's not something you can do with your conscious mind or your ego mind. It's something that is done for you. Transformation is so complete. It literally changes the form of your mind and body. It's a rebirth in progress. The Greeks had a word for it, metamorphosis. Also such a profound disintegration of the old you, so that a new you in complete new form can be born. The alchemist that Jung talked about said there are 7 stages of transformation. The alchemists were interested in turning lead into gold, which is a symbol of turning your heavy soul into the bright light it is meant to be. The light is the same when you dance or when you die. What this whole journey is about. The preparation wasn't just to go to the underworld and then ascend again and go back to your life and your sumer. You're descending for a purpose, and it's to see the part of you you've never dared see, to feel the part of you you've never dared feel, to say the things you've never dared say. And each of us has a different Erish-ki-gal calling to us, and we'll see a new part of ourselves. Each of us will answer to our own Erish-ki-gal. As you contemplate the very thing that is calling to you, there's a part of you that wants to continually turn away. The fear is great. The conditioning is great. The strategies are powerful. The ego doesn't want you to do this. You don't know what will happen if you allow yourself to change this one expression of you and do the one forbidden thing. Be that to forgive or to receive forgiveness, to ask for what you want, to take what you want, to be more generous, to be less generous, whatever it is. In the next video, you can participate in the process called hanging on the hook. And I hope you'll dare yourself to take it up. In real life, you can't hang yourself on a hook. It's done for you by grace. But sometimes we have to practice experiencing it to help bring it about. Or if we're in the underworld looking around and we don't quite know what to do again, this process could help you, dare you, open you to go a little further. So please stick around, see the next video. Thank you for coming. I waited so long for you.